What is your take on intermittent fasting? Is it really a game changer or is it overhyped?
As I was saying earlier, intermittent fasting can be both.
Okay.
It can be a game changer for some, but it can be overhyped for the other population. So
Can
when
you
I,
differentiate how?
yeah, I'd like to just briefly touch upon what is intermittent
Yeah.
fasting. So intermittent fasting comes in two ways.
Mhm.
One is called 5:2, where you are eating normal, like one of the dietary approaches. If it's like low carbohydrate, or one of the, whatever you do for the rest 5 days, it's fine.
Yeah.
On 2 days, you're eating about 800 calories. So that's
Okay.
one type of intermittent fasting.
Okay.
And not many people are aware of that. The other side is where you are fasting for longer periods. So you're
Okay.
fasting for about 16 to 18 hours, and then you're eating within a very shorter window. Yeah,
Okay.
that's another type of intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
So I normally say, so with intermittent fasting, if somebody has got insulin resistance, if they are not able to manage their blood sugar levels really well,
Yeah.
or if they've got pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and the other population that can get away with that is younger population. Yeah, so if things like that, then it's fine, you can do the intermittent fasting. It
Yeah.
can really work wonders for this population,
Okay.
because with insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, what we're saying is that it's to do with the insulin. You want to give rest to the insulin so that body does not have to produce insulin too much,
Yeah.
because that's where the insulin resistance comes in. Yeah, your body is either not producing enough insulin or it's not working that well.
Yeah.
So you want to give some rest to the insulin. So if you're doing intermittent fasting or fasting for longer period,
Yeah.
your body does not have to produce the insulin.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
For that population, yes, intermittent fasting work really well.
Yeah.
Or if you're not able to manage your blood sugar levels really well, or if you're the younger population and you're trying out different things, that's fine. You can do the intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Having said that, on the other side of the population is women specifically who are going through some hormonal imbalancing. So it could be any stage of life. If it could be either perimenopausal, which actually starts from the age of 35 onwards, menopausal or postmenopausal women.
Okay.
For this segment of the population, I say stay away from intermittent fasting.
Okay.
It may not work well for you, because in this stage of your life, your estrogen levels are dropping, your progesterone levels are dropping,
Yeah.
and what's going up is the cortisol level, which is the stress hormone.
Stress. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're chronically stressed and if your body is producing way too much cortisol, and if you're fasting on top, and that is actually adding fuel to the stress, then your body becomes more stressed out as well.
Yeah.
So then you see more hormonal imbalances, and then you see other things going wrong.
Yeah.
If you're adding more stress to the cortisol levels.
Yeah.
So for that segment, I'll say don't do intermittent fasting. What you could do is, if you want to fast for longer hours,
Yeah.
just try to eat earlier in the evening. So maybe have your meal by 6:37.
Okay.
And then for the next day, whatever time you have your normal breakfast, just go for the normal breakfast. The other thing for this segment is, which is the recent study,
Yeah.
where women used to exercise on fasted state, where
Okay.
they used to do intermittent fasting,
Yeah.
they're not eating, and then they're doing exercise. Similar thing can happen. It can add more to the cortisol levels.
Okay.
It's going to imbalance the hormones more. So I
Yeah.
tell the women, specifically for this segment of the population, that never exercise on the fasted state as well.
That's very helpful because a lot of these things I see people have been doing for so many years, and it's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely, including myself. I used to do that. I used to always exercise on fasted state,
Yeah.
because for us women, it's like first thing in the morning before everyone wakes up. You
Yeah.
want to probably, get done with your
True.
exercise.
Yeah.
You don't have time to cook, or you just think it'll be better. My body's going to use the fat reserves as a fuel.
Yeah.
So it's better to exercise on the fasted state.
Yeah.
But now the research is saying 30-30. I was listening to Dr. Stacy Sims, which propagates this 30:30.
Yeah.
What that means is that you need to have 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up.
Oh, okay.
So if you have that and then you do the exercise,
Yeah.
you're going to see some quicker results.